My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is January 9th, 2026. It is exactly 4 a.m. So let's continue. My first video was on PYTE. It is about Gayle King interviewing Harry and Meghan were part of it, and it has to do with online parents network and things like that. So go on PYTE to see it, and I might have some stuff here. JTB might be talking about it. So there might be two parts to this recording. All right, so let's get started. I spent too much time putting this together. I did say I was going to go on my community board to talk about something that I posted, but I don't have time to go over it. All right, so this is the first tweet. These clowns also delusional, OMG. They've created a caricature of ready to praise for being lazy and boring. Okay, it's almost 2 minutes. What is this about? Let's just listen. Screenshot in between.
I think she's brought the elegance and class back into the royal family.
Oh my
I think
God.
she's, I loved Princess Diana. I was a big fan of hers, and I think she's brought some of that back, where she seems very approachable with the people in the street, and
Oh my God.
I love all of that, but equally she's got this elegant. You can tell she's royal straight away. She's beautiful to look at. Those beautiful clothes. She seems like such a great mom.
Okay, another word, don't believe any of your senses. Don't believe your eyes. Don't believe what you see, touch, taste. None of that. Just listen to their BS. This is what this means. Are they for real? Let's continue.
And I really admire her, and I think she's been really, really good for the royals.
And one of the things they say about her, I mean, everybody says it, and I'm going to repeat it, is she hasn't put a foot wrong.
No, absolutely.
And gosh, it's hard not to when you're at that level in the public eye, isn't it?
She's a fantastic advert for us, isn't she, internationally? You know, that's the thing, she looks incredible, she smiles at the right time, she says the right thing, she's extremely careful. But I think also she's a bridge between the normal people and the royals.
Yes.
And that's become huge, because ultimately we all can see that, she came from a very, quite a wealthy family, but a very normal family with a very normal upbringing. And here she is, representing us on the international stage. And the kids are kind of doing that as well. But I will credit William too, because I like William. I think he's pretty good. I think he's got his feet firmly on the ground, and he believes in trying to modernise the royal family going forward.
Okay.
I think just one of the words that we very rarely use these days is grace. You might describe someone as graceful, but you often say someone does something with grace, and she does. Kate really does. Catherine really behaves with grace. She's polite, and she looks appreciative, and she looks as if she's very pleased to be there. She doesn't look as if she's just going through the motions. And imagine doing that.
I think there's
all the
integrity,
time.
isn't there? So when she talks to us about her illness, I think we 100% believe her. There's this real genuineness about her.
Agreed.
And I think it's not a show. What she says, we believe in, and I think that makes a huge difference.
I'm a huge fan of her.
Okay. Hey, if this is what they believe, that's fine. But I could see with my own two eyes. I hope the people in the UK see the same thing too. The thing that I was thinking about, the reason why Kate is so popular is because she said absolutely nothing. She's this, she's that. There's that video.
One of the reasons Catherine is so popular amongst certain demographics, and I'm going to say older people and men, is because she says absolutely nothing. She's a good little girl who keeps quiet and doesn't complain, doesn't do anything, doesn't rock the boat, and is a very traditional, old-fashioned, mute woman.
She's approachable. Why shouldn't she be? She's really royal? No. She's a commoner who's been pimped out to royalty. They sound like they are talking about a circus training scene. Pics of her flashing her bum are all over the internet, and she hasn't put her foot wrong, not to mention how she was caught photoshopping her family pics last year. The Kensington Palace propaganda machine must be paying these hags very well to spew this crap. Okay, her sexy Kate Middleton flash her nude bum to male student who passed her second story dorm window in the 90s times and earned moniker Kate Middle Bum Reveal. So the squad keeps a screenshot. Kate has put a foot wrong. Did I just imagine this entire incident? Kate Middleton photo fallout. News agency says Palace is no longer trusted source. That's regarding the, what is it? The Mother's Day photo. I have a story behind it. This is the way that I saw it. Okay, because I saw as it was like in slow motion to me. Okay, usually when I see these things, it's like in an image for me. When the picture first came out, they were pushing William out as if he was the one who took it. Okay, he took the picture. They wanted William to look good for the public. You know how they prop them up. The squads, who are so freaking brilliant, started looking and investigating the image. And little by little, they, meaning the Sussex squad, start criticizing the image, saying, this doesn't look right. This doesn't look right. This look like the clothes that one of the kids wore at certain event. I'm telling you, the squad were criticizing the image. Then, after the squad start criticizing the image, I could see the media in the UK start pulling William out of the forefront because they told us that it was William who took the picture. And after the squad start criticizing the image, other big agencies start looking at it. And they were asking the palace to give, what do you call it, the metadata of the image. They then provide it. And then after a while, and I think Associate Press or something like that, one of those big agencies discredit the picture. All right? Now, all of a sudden, they blame Kate for it. Now, if you think about it, if this was a picture of a Mother's Day picture, how could Kate be the one taking the image, the picture herself? Unless there's a clicker or remote or something like that. But at the beginning, the very beginning of it, they say it was William who took it. How good of a father that he is, a family guy. But the squad, the squad did its thing, and next thing you know, AP discredited. They no longer, and that's how this came about. Okay, Kate Middleton photo fallout. News agency says Palace is no longer trusted source. Princess Kate was forced to issue an apology over an edited family photo. Okay, I don't think it's Kate. Okay, I'm gonna give an excuse for Kate. They blame it on Kate, but it's William or his people who put it out. Who should take the blame? But they make Kate take the blame. Shaking my damn head. I wonder why they still pop up Skeletor. They can't be making that much money. Are they that scared of being excluded from being around them leftover mediocre royals? Alright, whatever is here that said. Is missing that black, there's that here. I don't want to say it, but there's the image. She's frustrated and miserable since he left. These people are delusional. Alright, so that's that. Pretty much, they're telling you, don't believe your senses, don't believe your eyes, just listen to your ears of what we say. Next one. Alright, William and Kate are so triggered by every move Harry and Meghan make and are struggling to keep up with their one-sided competition. There's the laugh here. Prince Archie and Princess Lily getting involved with Archewell has sent them spiraling yet again. Alright, so December 2025, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry rename Archewell Foundation as they expand their mission with Archie and Lilibet. The couple is making 5 years of Archewell by unveiling a new name and a broader philanthropic model that brings their children into the long-term vision. By Erin Hill. That was December 19, 2025. Now, all of a sudden, January 26, Mary Claire, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis are said to be hand-on with royal work from a young age, said Charity CEO. I mean, the royals, we know that was their thing. It was, well, specifically for the heir, William's older son. But, they want to do their thing, let them. But for Harry and Meghan, they kept their kids private. Okay? So it seems like they probably, Harry and Meghan, I'm talking about Harry and Meghan, they probably had a small little discussion with them. Or maybe by bringing them along, we saw some of the pictures of them helping. You see Lily and some pictures helping Harry pushing that cart and things like that. And they're preparing food and things like that. So maybe after leading up to that, and we've heard Harry talking about Archie asking questions about Invictus, people with missing limbs and things like that, with disabilities. So Harry talking about that.
You either shut it down straight away, which I will never do, or you engage in the conversation and you try to explain things, but then it does. I mean, you know, Archie was talking about, as I said earlier, Archie was asking about landmines. I was talking about how some of these guys were blown up. I think IEDs, improvised explosive devices, is probably a bit too much at this stage. But I found myself talking to him about mines as 5 years old. And interestingly, it gave me a chance to talk about my mum, his grandma, which I didn't even really consider. So that became the sort of the outcome of the story for him, which was he then saw videos, he wanted to see videos and photographs of his grandma Diana out doing her thing for landmines all those years ago. So it produced a very interesting conversation between me and him, different to what I thought it was going to be.
So they're already giving them the foundation about what it means to be, to help others. So they probably have a little family talk. Well, I don't know. I'm just saying, how do you talk to young kids about things like that? Maybe they're putting it as a possibility the kids might get involved. And if the kids decided, I don't want to do that, it will be fine either way. All right, let's see here. Have they no shame? I guess not. They have no identity or personality. It's ridiculous. Okay, copycats everywhere. I truly think that William and Kate have one remaining brain cells between the two of them. Copying Harry and Meghan is the best they can do. Laughing my ass off. Let's see here. Okay, let's pause this. That's why she's not allowed to go on overseas trip with Baldy. He needs full use of that one brain cells then. Exactly. Oh, sweet Jesus. Unimaginative wank. William and Kate do it again. This one-sided tit for tat started with Harry and Meghan having Archie and Lily help with packing. Yeah. Meals for our big kitchen, Los Angeles. Yeah. That's the image I saw. Alright, quick as a flash, Willie and George copy it, and Harry and Meghan pledge their kids to charity work, and voila. I don't know why they have to go to that extent, William and Kate, because it was already given. At least for the first one. Alright, so there's this here. Because I think there's some tweet that I have here that's making reference to this. As an ordinary citizen, NHS winter crisis mean 120,000 staff vacancies and years of underfunding. The Prince and Princess of Wales turning up for photos and praising philanthropy won't fix a system that needs public funding, not monarchy PR. Abolish the monarchy. There's a video I literally just finished edit. That was the last part that I finished edit from yesterday's recording. That had to do with Byline, who made a article about a deal during the Boris administration. Made a deal with the is it Duchy of Cornwall, where they're paying a couple millions of pounds for a prison that is contaminated with some form of a gas, and they cannot use it. And the deal is set for, I believe, 2033, and they cannot even use the facility because the place is contaminated. One of the things that I said near the end after I read the article is that can the UK do a class action lawsuit? Because there's issues with people in poverty, and the government made that deal. It's like money's going down the drain, literally not being used at all, just going straight to Duchy of Cornwall, and the place, they cannot even use it because it's contaminated. So if this is the case, can the people of the UK call a class action lawsuit, use that for the court to stop that deal, because they claim that the deal cannot be reversed? I don't know why. It's not set on stone or whatever. Can they stop it and then redirect that money to whatever, the NHS, people who need food, shelter, clothing, whatever? I don't know. The people of the UK need to act. Some of you might say, oh, look what's happening in the US, this and that. ICE is killing people on the street and this and that. You may not see it, but there are people who's doing things legally to stop this nonsense. Okay? Class action lawsuits have been done in the US many, many times over. So, I don't know. That's all I could say. And it's not my money that's going to the Duchy of Cornwall, but at least this is the thing here with social media. As bad as social media can be, we all can learn from each other. Some of the tactic that is being implemented in the US were things that the UK have tried. Let's say, for instance, like the money that Trump decided. I mean, a lot of people want, after that election, when push come to shove, a lot of people in the US will be going to jail. Okay, mark more word for this. A lot of people will be going to jail. The thing that I was gonna bring is, what is it? The money that they were trying to use. I'm talking about the UK, the Rwanda policy. Okay, where they were trying to send immigrants to Rwanda, and the people, some people in the UK who were there to do their job and the government system put a stop to it. So I have to give credit where credit is due. They put a stop to it, and they called the Boris Johnson's Rwanda policy out, and they put a stop to it.
Mr. Speaker, let me return to the Rwanda Migration and Economic Development Partnership. So 2.5 years after the previous government launched it, I can report it has already cost the British taxpayer £700 million in order to send just 4 volunteers. Those costs include £290 million payments to Rwanda, chartering flights that never took off, detaining hundreds of people and then releasing them, and paying for more than 1,000 civil servants to work on the scheme. A scheme to send 4 people. It is the most shocking waste of taxpayers' money I have ever seen. Looking forward, the costs are set to get worse. Even if the scheme had ever got going, it's clear it would only cover a minority of arrivals. Yet a substantial portion of future costs were fixed costs. For example, the annual direct payments to Rwanda, the contracts for escorts, the staffing in the Home Office, the detention and reception centres, and more. So the taxpayer would still have to pay out no matter how few people were relocated. And most shocking of all, over the 6 years of the Migration and Economic Development Partnership forecast, the previous government had planned to spend over £10 billion of taxpayers' money on the scheme. They did not tell Parliament that. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the Rwandan government for working with the UK in good faith, because the failure for this policy lies with the previous UK government. It has been a costly con, and the taxpayer has had to pay the price.
And it was gonna cost the taxpayers money much, much more. So I don't know what they did. They will probably revert that money to something else, drain it to the Duchy of Cornwall. I don't know. So that Rwanda policy that sort of stopped in the UK, Trump implemented, and it went through. I don't know if at some point the money, some of the money that went to some of those countries, I think Venezuela, there were a list. Do I still have it? Okay, so this is something I was looking at while Harry and Meghan were doing the interview with Gayle King. There was a question that I asked. Places, okay, Project Maida, that's another thing that they were doing, that Facebook did. on my last video, I was just, okay, let me go back because I have the question. So these are some stuff I was looking at regarding poverty in the UK. Okay? Poverty in the UK affect over 1 in 5 people with children and working age adults. So there's things that's going on in the UK that money that's going to that prison can go to things. All right? So there's a lot going on. The Veranda policy. Oh, that's what I went for. Oh, not this. Veranda policy. Let me pause and look for what I'm... Oh, and the thing that I was looking for, window gas, how it affect the building, is seeping in through foundation cracks and openings, accumulating and enclosing spaces, and posing serious health crisis, primarily lung cancer and occupant. I think I looked for this to see what window gas is, and I was thinking, who are people living around that? I think it was a prison. How will it affect people that lives around that area? Can it go and expand to the air closer to people and things like these were the things I was looking at. All right, so the thing I wanted to, okay, places that Trump sent some of the money. Okay, the reason I look for this, I wanted to share that with you, is the Rwanda policy that happened in the UK. They put a stop to it in the UK, and Trump implemented over here in the US. Okay, so he sent $20 billion to Argentina, and Japan, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar. These nations committed investing billions into the US account. So there's a lot of things that is going on in the US that is unethical. The US is gonna be drained with bills and all of that. You could pause and read this. So yeah, all of this. Why did I bring this up? Unethical practices. The Duchy of Cornwall is receiving millions of pounds from the taxpayers, and it's going to a prison that is uninhabitable. So can the people in the UK put their heads together, go to court, and stop that bill? And whatever money is left with that deal, go to the NHS and help people get places to live. I don't know. All right, did I finish with this? Oh, I didn't even play any of this. All right, let me read it again. As an ordinary citizen, NHS winter crisis meant 120,000 staff vacancies and years of underfunding. The Prince and Princess of Wales tuning up for photos and praising philanthropy won't fix a system that needs public funding, not monarchy PR. Since I have this, and this is the article that I was reading. Let me put it there. Where? Article, or go to my last video and check it out. You know what? Let me leave that alone. Oh, I didn't even listen to this. Let's see what they have to say here. Oh my God, is that on?
NHS and charities together to kind of maintain staff welfare, patient support, and all things like that. And it always, both of us had different experiences with hospital. Me working with the air ambulance, Catherine in her recent health journey, and coming here today and reminding ourselves just how important all the teams are, all the staff, the patient sort of interactions. It's so heartwarming, and it's so important that we kind of acknowledge and appreciate all that goes on in the NHS, and that very strong bond between patient and carer. And I think Ellie's going to talk to you a bit about today about the power of philanthropy in the NHS, which is something that I think has probably been underlooked, undervalued for many years, but could have such huge potential to move what is a nascent kind of idea to being something a lot more powerful, moving from millions to billions, if you like, in terms of how we go about philanthropy in the NHS. And I think it needs the support, it needs that kind of energy and that renewed momentum. We all applauded all the NHS for many weeks on end through COVID. This kind of feels like a bit of a moment to remind ourselves why we did all that applauding, and that actually the next stage, the next energy level into the NHS could really come from the likes of all of you around this room and those you know and those you work with. So as joint patrons of NHS Charities Together, we are so fortunate, so proud of Ellie, the team, and everything that's being done around the Charities Together. And the inequities, as Ellie was describing, between some charities having 100.
Oh, it's done. Let's play. Oh, no, it's still playing.
£1,000 to work with, whereas others are nearly millions and millions. It shouldn't really be a case of where you are in the country as to what kind of charitable endeavours there are. And as with anything, if there's an excitement opportunity, we should really embrace it. I think here is an incredibly exciting opportunity. So I'm sure you'll hear more from Ellie about.
Oops, I forgot. I was putting the link.
Do that, but we just wanted to come in and quickly say how supportive we are of it and how grateful we are for you being here to have that conversation with you.
Oh, they're gonna ask Kate a question and they stop. Okay, let's see. It's a waste of time. But anyway, there's that. Let me move to the next tweet. Alright, so there's that here. Well, who's that? The Sussex soldier, okay. Who do we think is going to get more coverage? Harry and Meghan or William talking about his wife's cancer journey while she sits mutely next to him like a mannequin? Let's pause again. By the way, the NHS needs much more than a pointless acknowledgement from the royals. Maybe William could stop charging the NHS hospital clinics, GP surgeries, or administrative buildings located on Duchy land that pay rent to the Duchy of Cornwall. Oh, let me go back. Let me pause for a second. Bring what I just posted over there. So whatever I posted on the last tweet, I bring it here, and I bring the article back here as well. All right, so let's listen to this.
For the years we've worked with you on how the digital space is deeply affecting our collective and mental, emotional and physical health. And obviously a huge congratulations to you and the outcome of your research, which has created a parent-led movement, which is astonishing and much needed. And
that we're proud to be a part of.
Yeah, hugely.
Yes.
And the insights have been incredibly valuable over the years for our work with parents who've lost their children to online harms.
Yes.
And working towards solutions to keep all children safe. Can you speak to how the phone-based childhood, as you call it, affects kids' emotional development and what families can do to support healthier patterns?
Kids need to play. All mammals play, and once they get the device, it's going to push out everything else. They're going to have less sleep. They're going to stop reading books. They're going to stop spending so much time with other kids. They're not going to get as much sunshine, not as much exercise. So as they get more and more into a screen-based life, all the things that children need to do get pushed down and pushed out by these screen activities that are engineered for addiction.
We need to help our kids develop human skills and human relationships. And both of us have done a lot of research on human flourishing, what it takes to have a meaningful and full life. And relationships, human relationships, are at the top of that.
Okay, we just listened to him. I played it. I don't want to waste my time listening to it again. That's this part here, William and Kate thing. Well, Kate didn't even speak. Oh my God, let's pause this. Right, the two individuals who make them the most money, and that's not William and Kate. By the way, the Duchess is trending right now in the UK national news on X. Okay, she put her thing here. Okay, what's trending here? Harry and Meghan is trending as well over here. William will never allow Kate to speak in his presence again after she embarrassed him years ago. He must have had nightmares for years after Kate gave this speech in front of him. Let's listen, 16 seconds.
You've used your strength and positivity to help transform the lives of so many young children here. Being here in Pakistan this week, you've used your strength.
All right, let's leave that alone. What the F? That's an ad. Are these two still married? You can literally feel the cold air between them. Kate is a typical Stepford wife. She's not allowed to talk about her own alleged cancer journey. Doesn't make sense, nor looks genuine. It's because Kitty didn't have her prepare 5-minute speech on index cards, so that she looked at 20 times to say anything. Health journeys, still won't say cancer, there's the thinking face here, want that be more impactful. William giving Kate a cancer tutorial. I wonder how much information she took in. She looked real bored by any lecture from her king to be. How the heck do pre-cancer cell turn into a journey? I don't know, I'm not a doctor, so there's that. They feel comfortable talking about it that way. Okay, so the Rangers, let me see what this is about. Otherwise, I will start a new video. I'm already 30 minutes. Okay, so this is going to be talking about as ever. So that's going to be on the next tweet. Okay, even though it's the Rangers, the squad are making reference to the Rangers. All right, so please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that is it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.